In the pre-dawn hours when most of the world is still asleep, the hum of engines and the glow of headlights begin to paint streaks across the darkness. It's a time of quiet anticipation, a calm before the storm of the day, of a quiet Tuesday, a day that promised routine and normalcy for most. Little did anyone know, a series of events were unfolding that would soon disrupt the peace. Cleveland rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders, a name buzzing with potential and promise, found himself at the center of an unexpected controversy. Sanders made headlines for all the wrong reasons, instantly shifting the narrative surrounding his burgeoning career. The news spread like wildfire, carried by the digital winds of social media and traditional news outlets alike. Sanders, son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, a name synonymous with gridiron greatness and unparalleled charisma, now had to navigate the complexities of living up to a towering legacy while forging his own path. The weight of expectation was already immense, and this incident only amplified the pressure. Was cited for driving 101 miles per hour, a speed that raised eyebrows and sparked immediate concern. The needle on the speedometer told a story of recklessness and poor judgment. Over 40 above the speed limit, on an Ohio highway. The flashing lights of the police car served as a stark reminder of the consequences of his actions. For a rookie, every move is under the microscope, scrutinized by coaches, teammates, fans, and the ever-watchful media. The transition to the professional level is a delicate dance, where even the smallest misstep can be magnified. And this early misstep quickly became public, transforming a personal mistake into a matter of public record and widespread discussion. The 24-hour news cycle pounced, dissecting every angle of the story. Instead of focusing on playbooks, learning the intricate strategies and nuances of the game, and team chemistry, building bonds with his fellow players and earning their trust, Sanders now faces questions about his judgment, his maturity, and his ability to handle the responsibilities that come with being a professional athlete. The microphones are waiting, eager to capture his response. The Browns, fresh off minicamp, where players and coaches alike were laying the foundation for the upcoming season, must address this off-field distraction, ensuring that it doesn't derail the team's focus and momentum. The coaching staff will undoubtedly have some words of wisdom for the young quarterback. For Sanders, it's a stark reminder, a wake-up call that the choices he makes, both big and small, have significant consequences. In the NFL, the spotlight never turns off, and every action is subject to intense scrutiny. The roar of the crowd is matched only by the glare of the media. This incident is more than a traffic ticket, a simple infraction of the law. It's his first real test as a professional, a trial by fire that will reveal his character and resilience. How he responds will shape his reputation in Cleveland, influencing how fans, teammates, and the organization perceive him. The lesson is clear, a fundamental truth that applies to all walks of life, but especially to those in the public eye. Accountability matters, on and off the field. It's a principle that will define his career and determine his legacy. The Strongsville police report is clear, concise, and leaves very little to interpretation. It meticulously details the events of that early morning. Every aspect of the traffic stop, from the initial observation to the final citation, is documented with precision. At 12:24 a.m., Sanders was clocked at a staggering 101 miles per hour. The radar gun, a calibrated and reliable piece of equipment, provided irrefutable evidence of the excessive speed. This wasn't just a minor infraction, it was a blatant disregard for traffic laws and public safety. This occurred on Interstate 71, a major thoroughfare where the posted speed limit is a strict 60 miles per hour. The difference between the legal limit and Sanders' speed is not just significant, it's alarming. It highlights the severity of the situation and the potential danger involved. The stop itself was straightforward, no ambiguity, no complications. The officer initiated the stop, Sanders complied, and the necessary procedures were followed according to protocol. There were no reported issues or disputes during the interaction. This wasn't just any driver. It was a high-profile rookie, a young athlete in the public eye, caught speeding. This adds another layer of complexity to the situation, given the expectations and responsibilities placed upon professional athletes. Sanders, at just 23 years old, was driving a vehicle that suggests a certain level of affluence and privilege, further emphasizing the contrast between his actions and the potential consequences. He was traveling well over the legal maximum, pushing the limits of both the law and the vehicle's capabilities. This level of speed significantly increases the risk of accidents and injuries. not only for the driver, but for others on the road. This incident is making this more than a routine ticket. The excessive speed elevates it to a more serious offense with potentially significant repercussions. The citation isn't merely a warning, it's a legal summons, requiring Sanders to appear in court and address the charges against him. This marks the beginning of a formal legal process. The facts, time, speed, location, identity, are all meticulously documented, leaving little room for misinterpretation or denial. These details are officially recorded, creating a permanent record of the incident that will likely follow Sanders throughout his career. The clarity and precision of the report leave little room for dispute, making it difficult to challenge the validity of the charges. This official record will guide any legal or team response, shaping the strategies and decisions of both Sanders' legal team and the Cleveland Browns organization. For Sanders, it's a documented mistake that can't be spun, minimized, or ignored. The evidence is clear and undeniable. The Browns and the league now have a clear, factual basis for their next steps, allowing them to make informed decisions based on verifiable information rather than speculation or hearsay. The incident is no longer rumor. It's a matter of public record, accessible to anyone who seeks to understand the details of the event. Sanders must now face the consequences, both legal and professional, navigating the complexities of the legal system and the potential disciplinary actions imposed by the NFL. Maurice Sanders found himself behind the wheel of a black Dodge TRX, a vehicle that's become synonymous with raw power and aggressive styling. It's a statement on wheels, a truck that commands attention wherever it goes. This wasn't just any truck, it was a 700-horsepower beast, engineered for off-road dominance and blistering speed. A machine designed to conquer dunes and trails, not exactly the ideal vehicle for navigating the calm, predictable lanes of a suburban highway. The sheer capability of the TRX is undeniable, but its true potential lies far beyond the confines of everyday commuting. The seemingly empty stretch of I-71 in Strongsville, Ohio, might have presented an irresistible temptation. A wide-open road, free from the usual congestion, can easily lull a driver into a false sense of security. The smooth asphalt and clear visibility can create the illusion of a risk-free environment. But beneath the surface of that perceived safety, the risk was very real. Speed amplifies every potential hazard, shrinking reaction times and increasing the severity of any potential collision. What might seem like a harmless thrill can quickly escalate into a life-threatening situation. High-performance vehicles, with their exhilarating acceleration and responsive handling, often tempt young athletes and anyone with a need for speed. The allure of pushing the limits, of experiencing the raw power at their fingertips, can be incredibly strong. But with great power comes great responsibility. The ability to control such a potent machine demands a level of maturity, discipline, and awareness that goes beyond simply knowing how to operate the vehicle. It requires a deep understanding of the potential consequences of reckless behavior. At 101 miles per hour, the margin for error shrinks to almost nothing. Even on a seemingly quiet road, the situation can turn dangerous in an instant. A sudden lane change, an unexpected obstacle, or even a momentary lapse in concentration can have catastrophic consequences at that speed. The proximity of this incident to the Browns' training facility makes this incident hit particularly close to home for the team and the city of Cleveland. It serves as a stark reminder that even off the field, athletes are constantly under scrutiny. For Sanders, the allure of speed and the temptation to test the limits of his vehicle led to a very public mistake, one that quickly reverberated throughout his new city and beyond. The lesson here is clear. Even behind the wheel of a powerful truck, the fundamental rules and the inherent risks of speeding don't change, regardless of your status or the vehicle you're driving. This wasn't just a personal error with limited impact. It quickly escalated into a local and even national news story, highlighting the consequences of poor judgment. The Cleveland Browns organization rightfully expects better judgment and responsible behavior from their players, both on and off the field, especially when those actions occur so close to home in the very community they represent. Sanders' decision on that stretch of highway, however fleeting, is now an indelible part of his Cleveland story, a chapter he'll undoubtedly learn from as he moves forward. Sanders' citation is a fourth-degree misdemeanor serious, not just a slap on the wrist. In Ohio, exceeding the speed limit by over 30 miles per hour elevates the charge. The fine is $250, but paying it means a misdemeanor on his record. Sanders can contest the charge in court, but that keeps the story alive. Either way, the legal process is now part of his rookie year. The NFL and Browns monitor even minor legal issues under their conduct policies. While a suspension is unlikely, the incident is officially on record. The real impact may be on Sanders' reputation and the team's trust. For a rookie, every decision is magnified. This is a test of accountability and maturity. The Browns will be watching how he handles it. Before this, Shedeur Sanders was known for his stellar college career at Colorado, over 4,100 passing yards and 37 touchdowns. Once projected as a first-round pick, he slid to the 5th round, joining a crowded Browns quarterback room. The transition from college star to NFL rookie is tough. New city, new expectations, and now, new scrutiny. As Deion Sanders' son, Shedeur is used to the spotlight, but mistakes are magnified. This speeding ticket is his first public stumble as a pro. Now, he must prove he has the discipline to match his talent. The Browns want to see growth, not just on the field, but off it. Sanders' response will set the tone for his NFL journey. The pressure is on to show maturity and learn from this early misstep. Sanders faces fierce competition in Cleveland's quarterback room. Deshaun Watson is the established starter, with veterans like Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, plus rookie Dylan Gabriel drafted ahead of Sanders. Every practice, every meeting, and every off-field action counts. Early reports from minicamp show flashes of talent, but also rookie mistakes, including an interception. In this environment, reliability and judgment matter as much as arm strength. The speeding incident adds an unnecessary hurdle for Sanders. Coaches want players they can trust, on and off the field. Sanders must prove this was a one-time lapse and refocus on football. In a crowded depth chart, every detail matters. The Browns are building a contender, emphasizing accountability and professionalism. Sanders' citation came just after minicamp, a crucial time for rookies to make a good impression. The team hasn't commented publicly, but internal conversations are happening. Head coach Kevin Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry will address expectations directly with Sanders. The NFL's rookie transition program and team mentors will use this as a teaching moment. For veterans, it's a rookie mistake, one that calls for guidance, not condemnation. The goal, turn this into a lesson, not a lingering distraction. Sanders' response will determine if this is a bump in the road or a bigger issue. Fans and media reacted quickly, some disappointed, others urging patience. Many see it as a rookie mistake but expect Sanders to take responsibility and learn. The media frames it as a cautionary tale for young athletes in the spotlight. Sanders' draft slide and competition in Cleveland add context to the scrutiny. The narrative is his to shape through accountability and performance. Cleveland fans are loyal but expect hard work and maturity. This is Sanders' first chance to show what kind of pro he'll be. All eyes are on how he responds both on and off the field. Sanders now faces two challenges: resolving the legal issue and regaining trust with the Browns. Paying the fine and accepting responsibility is the likely path forward. He must show the team he's learned from this and is focused on football. Training camp will be his chance to prove this was an isolated mistake. Media questions will test his maturity. Honesty and humility are key. Ultimately, performance on the field can shift the narrative. Sanders' journey is just beginning, but this lesson will follow him. The road ahead is about more than football. It's about character and growth.